Hello, everyone. Thanks for hopping on. I'm gonna wait another minute or so to let a couple of people, last minute folks, hop on. I know personally it took me a couple minutes to get here this morning, so extend a little bit of grace. Okay, it seems like the rush of people in the waiting room is maybe passed, so we can go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here today. I'm Rachel Waggy. I am the Manager of Communications and Advertising for the Kansas Livestock Association, and I am the co-chair for LPC's Education Committee. So today we have a great guest speaker I'm very excited to hear from and learn from. But first, we'll have Stacy Fox, our executive director, hop on and share a few things.
Hi. Well, it's good to see so many of you on today. There's a few names I don't recognize. And so welcome. We're glad to have you here. And if you need anything, I will drop my information there in the chat. But I am the executive director of LPC should you need any help with anything. It's a couple of quick items we do. Our awards contest is currently ongoing. So if you've been thinking about entering, May 8th is going to be your last chance to enter. Just a reminder that all of our judges do provide feedback. So you will receive feedback on your entries in addition to a chance to win some great awards and recognition for the hard work that you all did in 2025. So if you've been thinking about that, please take a look and would love to have you enter our contest. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about those. We have 76 categories, I believe. So there is a category for everyone across writing, design, photography. I'm going to leave some out, PR, and a lot of other categories. So definitely want you to take a look at that. And also, Ag Media Summit registration is open. So we would love to have you join us at Ag Media Summit in July 19th through 21st in St. Louis, Missouri. And you can learn more at agmediasummit.com. I've been working very closely with the program committee this year, and we feel like we have a fantastic program put together this year. So I think it's going to be a really good event, and we hope to see you there. And it's always great to see each other in person. We love our Zoom meetings, but nothing beats visiting in person. So thank you all for your support. And if there's anything that you need from me or LPC, please feel free to reach out. And with that, I will turn it back over to you, Rachel. Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Stacy. I did want to say, because I usually forget this part, if you want to drop your name and what maybe your title, where you are in the chat, so we kind of know who's here and um, just learn a little bit about each other, that'd be great. Um, so now I will go ahead and introduce our speaker for today, Miss Jenette Masarie from BioZyme. She's the senior marketing manager for BioZyme, transitioning into this marketing role back in October after several years on the sales team. She's passionate about telling agriculture's story, connecting with people through social media, and continuously learning new creative ways to market and reach audiences. She's also involved in the Colorado Ag Leadership Program this year and is continuing to grow as a leader within the ag community. She graduated from Colorado State University with a degree in animal sciences and agricultural literacy and has a deep-rooted background in livestock and youth involvement. She enjoys staying active in events like local and state fairs and values the relationships she's built with ranchers and families across the region. So, Jenette, thanks so much for spending your lunch hour with us today, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. It's great to be here. I'm glad that Sheila recommended me to come and speak with you guys. She said she's on PTO today, which good for her. But it's great to be here. And like Rachel said, before this, I had been in the sales role at BioZyme. So I was the territory rep for Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah. So I got to really be boots on the ground and see everything. So it's really helped me, I believe, within the marketing department for BioZyme to see the product actually being used, me really communicating with those producers and with those dealers of ours to see the needs of what we have for marketing today and really how we can come full circle and produce the type of marketing that they need, not just like to help them sell the product, but also for them to use on their own platforms, etc. So it has really helped that. I think that is kind of a struggle, a little bit of a struggle that we've had is we've had great people in our marketing department, but maybe sometimes there was that gap of not knowing right where the producer is and everything. So I can get started. My presentation's very short. I think this is kind of an open discussion, and I love to hear that what other people are doing for marketing since so much has changed recently with AI, all these programs you can do, there's a lot there. So it's just a little overview of what I do at BioZyme, some applications that I use, some editing things that I use, and really getting it from the ASM and the producer to on our platforms and for our digital and print marketing. So I'll get started. Let me share my screen. So really, can you guys see it all? Are we good? Yeah. So really, hold on one second. So like I said, my name's Jenette Masarie. I'm the senior marketing manager at BioZyme. I'm originally actually from Northern California. So like Rachel said, I graduated from Colorado State University. I studied animal science there. And then from there, I've kind of worked within the show industry and gone that route. But like I said, been with BioZyme for 3 years, learned a lot about product knowledge being the territory rep. So that's really helped me go into this marketing role. I am originally or I live in Northeastern Colorado, so Greeley. I love it up here. I love Northeastern Colorado. It's truly my home, and it's crazy to think that I've been here for 12 years now. I've worked within the livestock industry for the last since college, interned. I showed livestock all growing up in California, and that's truly what gave me my passion for ag. I'm involved in various livestock associations within this region. I volunteer at a lot of livestock shows and everything. So really just making sure I'm involved. And I am also, like Rachel said, a part of the Colorado Ag Leadership Program. So it's just a 2-year program with about 20 other individuals who learn every sector of agriculture. And within that, I'm the co-chair of the marketing committee. So I do a lot of social media and marketing, whether that's radio, print, digital, social, with that group as well. So it's helped me a lot to apply it to BioZyme stuff. Just for you guys who don't know, so you can kind of understand what I do. So BioZyme is a company based out of St. Joe, Missouri. We manufacture and sell animal nutrition products around the globe. So we do it for a variety of species. We have our mineral packages and supplements and everything for cattle, sheep, goats, horses, pigs, and dogs and cats. But so really, you can tell obviously a variety of different species. There's a variety of different customers. So we have learned that we need to market a lot differently to all these, whether they're livestock or maybe companion animals. So it's very different from all of those. So just an overview of what I do at BioZyme. So I gather and create the marketing content for them. So whether that's digital, so we do a lot of digital ads with like Progressive Cattle, SC online sales, mock livestock sales. So there's a variety, and really trying to get people to know more about our products, to obviously purchase these products and get them to our site, and just also educate them. Sheila does an amazing job with blogs that we do. So really we want get the people to our site. So I mainly focus on the 3 brands that are here. SureChamp is our show livestock brand. VitaFirm is our cow calf mineral, and DuraFirm is our sheep and goat mineral. DuraFirm has been fun because sheep and goats is so up and coming right now. So we're really just deciding, like, it's just been fun to market because we're seeing what works and what doesn't. And it's an industry that wants to be educated so much. So it's been cool to see that as well and see it grow. So when creating all of this stuff, like I said, I do a variety of marketing for them. So this is just a couple of the applications that I use for creation and editing for those markets. So Opus Clips. This is probably like I'll have it in the future slides, but this is an application that I think is awesome from getting. I think sometimes we get overwhelmed with maybe the amount of content that we have, and we don't maybe have enough time to put it all together or really generate. We just want to kind of have someone. I think everyone loves, okay, can I just tell it what to do? So really that Opus Clips is great for that. I'll go into more detail for it, but it's great for podcast clips. So maybe your company went on a podcast or you went on a podcast and you want to take bits of that as teaser videos to get them to go watch the full video. This is great for that. Or if you do a long video of like, for example, like with VitaFirm, we want to see them, out there with product, out there working cows. We want to see all of that. And it could be just a bunch of videos or a long video, and I only want certain sections of it. It can help me with that. CapCut is great for short and trendy clips that are happening. I think that's something that's really up and coming, and you can see that within the analytics that we get a lot for our marketing stuff is that people love the trendy stuff, but obviously trendy, you got to be quick with it when you're posting it. AI is a really big thing. Chat GPT, I think, is just a helpful tool when creating like maybe a social calendar, or you need just some recommendations, things to get your mind going. It really helps me sometimes if I'm stuck and I need to just need some ideas, basically. Ask the Public is another platform that I use quite a bit to see what's going on all social media platforms, and it'll tell you what's trending between YouTube. YouTube is a very growing platform again. I think it kind of fell off for a little bit, but recently I think that people are referring a lot to YouTube and seeing that because there's so many podcasts on there. And they have like those YouTube shorts, which are like Facebook reels. So obviously social media has taken over quite a bit of it all. But in terms of getting the content from our sales reps that we have or other marketing firms, I highly, highly use Dropbox just because it's a quick, easy way for them to upload something and it's in real time. They'll upload, I'll see it, and I could use it instead of us just kind of going back and forth. It keeps the quality good. It doesn't lower the quality. Sometimes if a video is longer and you text it, it'll lower the quality of the video or the picture, honestly, sometimes when you text it. So Dropbox is a really easy way for them to use that. And then I also use, majority of our reps have Apple phones. So I use just a shared album with all of them. They're all a part of it. It's same as Dropbox. It's instant and it's in real time. So they can just upload it to that album. And we have it with the sales reps. I have it with people in the corporate office also who want to use some of those pictures. And it really is helpful during, I mean, we go to shows all throughout the year, but if they're at a trade show for a cattle association event, or they're at a junior national, or just a random livestock show, and they want me to post something, they just upload it into there. It notifies me that they did that. Usually they text me saying that they did it, but it's just a quick way for them to get it in there. And a lot of them use it as a way to get more ideas also. So they're seeing what other people are putting in there. And every territory for us is different. So it just triggers ideas for them to use in the future also. So this is just a sample of that Opus Clips that I was talking about. I found it a couple months ago, and it's been so helpful because it is AI. So basically, what you do is you upload a video. So we were on a Live Ag podcast a couple weeks ago, and there was such great clips all throughout it, and it was about a 30-minute long interview. And then I uploaded into that. I told it basically, hey, I want you to catch these certain moments. I want you to talk about BioZyme's prebiotic. I want you to talk about why care that comes full circle. That's our motto that we have there. And really grab attention to all those. And it created, I'm not kidding, I think it was like 20 to 30 different videos. And within that, it tells you kind of the how they think the video will perform. So if you see there, it says like 92 out of 100. So they obviously think that that one for Durafirm is going to perform pretty high. It has a good hook, it has a good flow, value, time, and everything. So I think it's pretty cool. You can go in there and edit it. I have to. You can see like Durafirm, Vitafirm, Sure Champ. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the correct spelling and all of that stuff. So I go in there, I edit. You can add captions, you can add pictures. It's a really, really good tool to use. And for a good price, also, it's a monthly rate and you get all these credits. So I think that one's been great. And it really will push people to your website or push people to your YouTube channel to get them and to get that platform to grow. But it's a really easy tool to use if you just tell it what to do and you upload it and it does it for you. So it's been really helpful for us. Really just some tips for all of the marketing vehicles that I've talked about. I truly think, and I mean, like I had said, I got into this marketing role in October. I'd use social media like just on my personal stuff, but wasn't exactly what I focused on. I went to CSU and I thought, oh, I'm going to animal science, I'm going to be a vet. Well, obviously, I think some people truly find out that's maybe not what they want to do. So it's been really cool to go into this and to see see a passion for marketing. So it's been awesome to see it all come to fruition. But I think with this, you have to be very quick with it. And I'm sure all of you would agree with me. Like it depends on the vehicle also that you're putting out that marketing. Social media, you have to be quick with it. You have to keep up with the trends. You have to, if you have that content, don't sit on it. Really, I think it also loses, like you lose your momentum in it as well. So I think that doing it quickly, getting it out there is a key to making sure it's successful with everyone. And then I think something that is always really good that I try the type of content to be, especially if within the show livestock industry, is really pulling at the heartstrings. People love that. And really, like I said at the beginning, we have so many different audiences. So Durafirm people really want to learn, and it's a growing industry, the sheep and goat industry. So a lot of education within that. Sure Champ is heartfelt, and they want to see those kids working hard and putting so much into their projects. Vitafirm also want to see people working hard, but they also want to be educated as well. So seeing that real life organic content is really valuable to them. And then from recently, I think that videos, reels are, and really any moving graphic is what is thriving. Just getting people to interact and putting it out there, I think has been a huge, huge change for us for sure. And then, like I said before, keeping it organic. I mean, people really want to see it happening in real time, and just seeing people out working cows, working their livestock, them at the show, out working sheep. I think it's just something that people like. And I think you have to play a balance between, AI is obviously pretty much into our lives now, and it's going probably to continue to grow. So I use it in ways that it'll help me be efficient, but I still hold true to it needs to be organic. It needs to be what people are wanting to see, and just seeing what everyone's doing in real time, I think has been really helpful with that. Um, That's really all that I have. I kind of felt like this was more of a discussion. I put my cell phone number here. You can feel free to text or call me or talk about it. And then my email, I'm sure Rachel can send that out to you guys. But yeah, I'm open to questions, whatever anyone would like.
Cool. Thanks, Jeanette. We'll see what comes in the comments.
Yeah.
I did have a question though. My first question is, how did you teach or train your ASMs to collect content for you?
Yeah. So I think being an ASM taught me a lot of, I know what their day-to-day life is. So I know what they're doing and who they're talking to. But I think when they saw how well we had one video go pretty viral, it got a lot of good views on our calf gel that we launched about 2 years ago. And I showed them the metrics of it very low, like very ground level scale, like, hey, this got like 300,000 views. This got all these likes, and they were blown away by it, honestly. And they loved seeing that. So I think motivating them as to like, this is doing really well. This is the good content that people like to see has helped me kind of push them to get those to me. I think making it very easy for them, uploading it into that document, into a Dropbox or into our Apple album, has also been very easy. I think in the past, it's kind of been like, here's a text of a video that I took, or here's all of that. So I think just motivating them, showing them that it's actually doing something was a big help to get them to send it to me. I have very good relationship with all of them. And they want it to grow and they want their territories to grow. So I think it's just a good thing, and really tying in to where they are, featuring one of their dealers or one of their customers, they always love. So I think just keeping it close to them, because they do care about it. You just got to find out what they like to do, and we set them up with tools. Like, we gave them a lot of those interviews are very big right now. So we got them all mini microphones that they would use to interview their customers or producers that they would see. And I gave them a full training on it. I always tell them that I can answer any questions you have. I'm a text message or a call away. So they're all pretty comfortable with that. But yeah.
Do you ask them for specific
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
or?
So every quarter we have a campaign for all the brands. So we're really hitting on certain products. I think obviously that can vary with where you work and everything, but I know a general idea of a lot of things that I need. So for example, we're going into the hot summer months. We have a heat technology that we put in all of our mineral. So really, I'm asking them, hey, do you have customers that use our heat technology? Like, we love to hear from them. We want to get testimonials from them, or just content of them putting out mineral. So I have a general basis of where they can like what they fall in. But yes, I do plan it out to tell them like, hey, I need this video. Can you give them a week in advance? Usually, sometimes it's quicker than that, and they're usually okay, and it happens to work out. But yeah, I give them a general idea. Some of them I go more depth into it just because they need that and they need to get their mind. Helps them get their mind going. But yeah, I usually have a general idea when I talk to them.
So in the chat, Casey said, Opus Clips looks cool. Is it free or a subscription-based service?
So it's free on certain terms. Like, there's certain things that you won't get if you don't subscribe to it. I think that I want to say off the top of my head, it's $29 a month for the plan that I have. And you get 350 credits, which you will not use all of those. I mean, like, depending on what you're doing, I use it all the time because we make videos for digital marketing, YouTube, all social media, that kind of stuff. And I don't even come close to using all of those. So basically what I do, I create all the content that I have for that month that I'm getting, and I make sure to download it all too, just so that it's saved on our file. But it's a very cool app. And I think you get a lot for the amount that you're paying too.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Rick said, do you have style guides for each social media element or tactic?
Um, yeah, we do for social media. I mean, we try and brand it. I think that's one thing that we've since I've come into this role have tried to do. It's been a little inconsistent before that. Not crazy by any means, but we're trying to really stay within what's working in that industry. So, like I said, Durafirm, pretty educational. VitaFirm is a variety of educational and seeing it in real life, and then Sure Champs like all happening at the show. So not specific style guides within social media. Kind of just depends on the brand and everything. But we can tell. I think looking at your metrics so much is really helpful to see what's working and what's not working within the style. I mean, people love videos, and like I would say videos, reels, TikToks, and carousels are probably the most trending on social media because it gets people to interact with them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So within your brands, for social media, um, are they consistent? Is there a consistent like appearance, or you use the same font or same color or something?
Yeah, we try. Like I always say, I don't, and Sheila and I talk about this. We don't kind of want it to look like a race car, basically. You know, you look at a NASCAR car and there's sponsors all over it, there's stickers all over it. We want to stay looking organic, and they're obviously going to see that it's on your page. So that Sure Champ or VitaFirm is going to be at the top. We will put our brand name on like the bottom right corner. We try and put the brand name and BioZyme. I think one thing that has been a obstacle for us is a lot of people don't know that BioZyme is Sure Champ and is VitaFirm. They know of VitaFirm. So we try and put the BioZyme logo on there also, so that they have it. But every brand has its own color, has its own colors too. So we stay within the brand colors. But the videos, we don't usually try and put logos on there. We try and just keep it more organic because, I mean, you have to think in times like people can download all your pictures that you're using, and you kind of wanted to know that it tied back to you as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, absolutely.
Yeah.
Melanie asked, what is your best advice or specific content recommendation for marketing events that an organization is hosting?
I think pre-marketing means as much I think every channel is important, like pre, during, and after the event. I would say pre-marketing, getting them pumped up, getting information to them of what is going to happen during that event that you have. That was always, before I worked at BioZyme, I was a fair manager at the county fair around here, and pre-event information was always such a big thing to make sure that people felt ready and were excited for the event that was happening. And then during it, I think really taking advantage, depending on the event, like I'll use a junior national, for example. We always try and get them pumped up, tell them what products they need to use before the event happens to make sure they're successful at the show. But then when we get to the show, we want to show the kids who are using the products but are also winning off of them, but also them in the industry and how much it means to them too. You know, that brand is really pulling at the heartstrings and everything. So we like to do a variety. I think that when you're in the event, you need to take so much advantage of getting so much content that you can use later on. Because I think event planning is hard, and event social media is kind of hard because you obviously you're preparing all year for that event that you have that one time of year. So you got to take advantage of all the content that you can get and all the questions that you can have answered, and what you're also thinking, okay, I need to change that. I don't want to do that this year for the next year. So I think that really interviews are great to do during like time of your event. interviewing customers or interviewing people that are coming to your event, why they like your event, because then that can help you promote it for the next years as well. So I think videos are great. Pictures are great of people, being there, having a great time. I think it just kind of depends. Mm-hmm. If that answered the question.
Looks like it, yes. Okay, so Katie has a related question to kind of your position with your ASMs, I think. Some of our reps are really good about gathering field content. We share images on WhatsApp. Others don't take the time. Do you offer any incentives?
Yeah, we do a variety of incentives. Like every quarter, we'll have like a competition almost. So quarter one, we launched that Sure Start gel, calf gel. And at the end of it, we wanted to see what ASM sold the most out of there, but also what of one of their dealers sold the most as well. So they got a prize for doing that. And then we also do, so they obviously all market within their territory as well as us marketing as a whole for the whole company and all the brands. So with that, if they send me pictures or they send me videos, Sheila and I communicate. We make sure that we know that they did that and they could use, we have like this dollar incentive. So basically, it creates dollar amount that they could then use for future marketing things that they want to do. So maybe it wasn't in their plan at first, but someone said, "Oh, do you want to be a part of this event? We'd love to have you. It's a new one," or we grew our numbers, so we think we want to grow the amount of trade show people we have or sponsorships, and it just kind of happened out of nowhere. Then they could use those funds to go over to that event. So we try and do incentives. We do gift cards too. Like the sales reps will go off of sales and they'll get prizes for that. But yeah, I think incentives work a good amount. Because I agree, sometimes it's hard to get them to send them to you. I mean, I have to remind them quite a bit sometimes for certain ones. Some are great. Some have a lot going on, which I totally get. But I think them being quick with it is, yeah, having some incentives with it. But like I said, I think making it so easy for them to send to you or to upload is such a key thing. Because if it's easy for them, where they just like hit upload and click the image and hit upload, then that's fine. Because majority of our reps, they're going to have downtime a little bit, at the end of the day or maybe at lunch or when they're in the pickup. So
She also asked if you do any formal training for them on how to gather good field content with the equipment that you provide, like you were talking about the microphones.
yeah, we do. If we send them any new kind of equipment to use, we always do a training with them. We try and do a marketing update meeting every month. So we tell them kind of what worked, what didn't, what we're looking for, and just make sure to touch base with them if all of their equipment is working, like those microphones are working. And if they have any other ideas, because I always ask them if they have ideas. I think that's a big thing to make them feel included also, like you want them to, because I think it's pretty almost like a letdown that if they are sending you all this stuff and you're not using any of it, they're like, okay, then why should I send it to you? And that just might not be the content that you need at that time, really. Like it might not be the campaign you're doing, or it just might not fit. So I think just showing them that what they're sending in is really good is helpful. But I think we always try and do trainings to make sure that they're comfortable. And a lot of them, it'll be like a lot of them will FaceTime me and ask me to help them, which I think is it's fine with me. But yeah, we do trainings. We don't have a lot of them, but we try.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're managing kind of a lot. Do you have a team? Are you a one-woman show on this content creation? How does that work?
Yeah, I for all social media, like I've come up with the full year social calendar. So all that's planned out. And I guess when time comes, like we use Asana as our task manager for our marketing group. So if that, which is very nice. It's really good. I like it. So yeah, I'm kind of creating the content. A lot of our static graphics, so a lot of educational stuff, or maybe a holiday that's happening. We have graphic designers that help us with that. I try and supply pictures that we've gathered over the years, or maybe that an ASM sent us, or a customer sent us in. But yeah, a lot of the social stuff is me, and creating those videos and with digitally and everything. But we have two graphic designers that are awesome. Sheila's awesome. She's on our team. And then we have Lenny Anderson who oversees us. But I think it's good. I mean, it's a small team, small and mighty. But yeah, no, I think it just ebbs and flows. I mean, we have busy seasons just like everyone else too, so you try and plan ahead, but like the summers are craziness, I think. So
Yeah, well, I think a lot of us can relate to that.
yes.
Um, I've got one last question, unless anyone else pops up in the chat. Um, do you work mainly off of your laptop? Do you do anything from your phone?
Yeah, I work off my laptop. I also work on my phone. When I'm at all these junior shows, I mean, maybe my laptop isn't right there. That
Mhm.
CapCut app that I said, that's an app on my phone that I use. Opus Clips is really all on my computer. It's just easier to edit those videos and to see them all. But I kind of do a variety of them, just to make it easier. But yeah, I use my phone quite a bit, and I use my computer for both of those. And I just have a MacBook, really. Yeah.
Melanie asked if you have a calendar schedule that you have found works well for you. She gave the example like three wheels, three reels, two photos, four stories per week, etc.
Yeah, I usually try and do at least 3 posts a week. Just because, I mean, for social media, you have to stay relevant, and for it to pop up in their feed, it needs to be consistent. I think that was a big thing. Last year, for example, we our big campaign was for Sure Champ, was celebrating 40 years. If any of you are in the show livestock industry, 40 years is a big thing for the show livestock. There's obviously so many supplements and feeds and everything coming in and out of there. So we wanted to show that, but we also kind of wanted to bring brand recognition back to Sure Champ. And that for sure showed. I mean, we were constantly posting on social media. We were getting out there, getting to events. We came up with this really cool idea that everyone loves, that I don't think we can ever stop. Is we did these old school hats that say champion on them, and all the grands and reserves of the shows that we've gone to get those hats. And I mean, like, I have people messaging me about these hats all the time. They're like, can I have one? Can I buy them? I'll pay whatever. But we just like love to keep it exclusive because those kids work hard and they want to get there, and everything. So I would say at least 3 posts a week. And I always make sure to share that post on a story. Doesn't have to be at the same time. And I wouldn't put it at the same time. I'll like go through and I'll say, like, maybe I want to promote one of our products, Liquid Boost, for example. I'll reshare that post onto our story. And then I'll put a link in there, like, to learn more, or they could buy it online, buy now. So you can just have them go back to that post to see that. Because I think sometimes when you see a post so many times, you're like, you kind of just scroll past it. Like, yep, I've already seen that. Yep, I've already seen that, which is not what you want. And it could be, you want to bring people back to that post who maybe didn't have time when they saw it first, is really it. So I try and do that. I do a variety. I'm trying to do so many reels and carousel posts because that's what's working right now, the most. I think static is kind of hard. Some of them perform well and some of them don't. So I try and stick with majority of reels and carousel posts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jenette. We will let you go. I Yep, appreciate everyone hopping on today, and of course you for being here and speaking with us, Jenette. I was taking notes the whole time, so I've got a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
Um, and everybody else, If you would mark your calendars for our May session, it will be May 20th, our usual Wednesday at noon Central. And some more information will be coming about that next week. But thanks everyone for being here, and we will see you next time.